Hey vlog, I am finally back to doing marine science content. I'm going to the Gulf and Caribbean Fisheries Institute meeting, or GCFI, happening this year in Guadeloupe. Before this trip, I had done a lot of island hopping and different strange layover experiences because there was really no easy flight to get here. And I figured I might as well make the most of it. And I'm presenting more updated research of things that I had worked on earlier this year. I presented this work somewhat at the last meeting I was at American Fisheries Society, but at AFS it was a lot more preliminary. Now I'm presenting work that is more updated, going all the way up to it's a long-term data set, so it's going from 2008 all the way up to 2023 now, whereas the work I presented at AFS capped at 2017 or 2018. So I'm excited to present that updated research and just get more exposed to GCFI. I received their travel award to travel to the conference, which is what mainly made it possible to go. And then I also had like travel points and stuff to cover other aspects of travel. One thing about these types of conferences, they're very small and they're very expensive to get to, especially if you don't live on the island already. So the travel award, while it was helpful, it did not cover everything. I also had to apply for funding from my university. I had to be grateful that I do travel a lot. So I had things like credit card points and travel points that I could use. If I didn't have those things, I probably would not have been able to go to this meeting. So things to consider when you're interested to going to conferences, look at the expense or the cost of going to these meetings. Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. You really have to pick and choose based off of what your funding looks like and how available that is to you. Anyway, I'm not yet in Guadeloupe. I'm currently still in St. Martin. It was easiest to fly to Guadeloupe through a French airline because it's a French island. So I'm on the French side of St. Martin right now. My flight leaves at 9:20. It's 7:13 a.m. But I'm gonna head to the airport at 8. It's a really tiny airport. It's not far from the hotel I'm in right now. So yeah, I'll head there at 8 o'clock. And yeah, get straight into the meeting. The meeting technically starts today. My goal was to leave last night, but the way flights are working, it was just impossible to leave yesterday. So I'm gonna probably miss the opening ceremony, unfortunately. But I should catch the rest of the day and any talks that might be interesting then. Also checking into the Airbnb. It's also going to be interesting because I don't speak French and currently on this side of St. Martin and in Guadeloupe, I already know it's going to be French speaking. That is the language of these islands. So it's going to be a mission. It's going to be a mission, but I'm excited. All right, vlog updates. Vlog update. We are here in Guadeloupe. Checked into my Airbnb, which was a little bit of a mission. Am now on my way to the hotel where the conference is actually being held. And put on some shoes. The conference is in this really nice hotel that was quite expensive and just not on my current budget. So I ended up getting an Airbnb walking distance from the hotel. The Airbnb is like pretty nice. Like I don't know if I took a video tour of it, but it's just like a studio. Let's turn this around. You get a nice like view, and the beach is not far. You can literally walk to it right there. Kitchen, a little table to eat at. My stuff is everywhere now, but this cute little couch, bed, TV, and bathroom, which the lights. Bathroom, nice shower, 2 sinks. We also have laundry here, which is nice. Toilet. Anyway, that's the quick tour. And then I am going to head to the hotel right now to check in for registration. Get my bag together. I present literally tomorrow and I have not really practiced. So I need to do that tonight. I'm going to be like on high anxiety tonight trying to get that done. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it looks in there. From Instagram, I'm like I follow the GCFI's page and it looks quite busy in the meeting right now, but I don't know if it's actually that busy or, you know, the internet's just making it look more busy than it is. We'll find out. Okay, forgot to do this, but I wanted to film me packing my bag or talk about packing my bag as I do this. Because any conference you go to, you need like the same 5 things. Your laptop. Your laptop is high key a priority, especially if you are presenting and just want to go over your presentation. You never know. If you're in a space, an outlet, there's a long break, you could be productive. I also like to bring headphones with me, like my AirPods. Also like to bring a portable charger because oftentimes my phone will die. So always have a portable charger on me. And then, yeah, and a lot of times as well, there's not always an outlet close to you at different conference centers. So it's just better to make sure you have your own just in case you need it. And then an additional thing for me that is because I'm me, I like to have cameras with me at all times. So that will be with me in addition to my phone. Realistically, I'll probably just use my phone camera, but let's see. Oh, and conferences can be chilly. They can definitely be cold. No matter how hot of a destination you're at, they love to boom the AC in a convention center. So bringing just a little cover to keep me warm in the convention center, and that will go in my bag. And then just like also the basic things like my chapsticks in my bag, my sunglasses are in my bag. I put those in earlier. Oh, water bottle. Okay. Day one is always a lot. Yeah, because you're just trying to get checked in and like organized with everything. And this is a conference where I'm going to not know as many people. I definitely won't know that many people at this conference, unlike the last one I vlogged. So it's going to be me trying to break out of my shell and network more. Okay, so I experienced my first day at the conference. It was nice. I am tired and everything is dying, my phone, my laptop. I definitely have some work to do, so I think I'm gonna go back to the Airbnb, get some of that done. And then I do want to go to the beach before the sun sets.
So when right go wrong, just say a little prayer, get your money, man. Life goes on.
I'm hopeful, yes I am hopeful for today. Take this music and
All right, today is presentation day for the conference. I am definitely nervous, but we're just gonna go in, be confident, and do what needs to be done. Like, no one's going to judge me, no one's going to disrespect me for going up and presenting my work. So, talking myself out of my nerves a little bit. I need to pack my water. I still need
And I didn't read that part, so those are 2 publications that are coming out.
Janelle's going to tell us all about Tiger Grouper and NASA Grouper.
Hi. So to start, energy is super important. It's the currency of the ocean and data systems, where eggs and larvae are released, or where gametes are released and become a food source for smaller organisms. And some of those larvae don't make it, and a lot of that energy gets transferred back into the ocean as nutrients. And so this energy transfer is extremely important, especially in coral reef ecosystems as a whole. Nassau grouper are distributed throughout the western Atlantic Ocean, yet they are listed as threatened under the Endangered Species Act and critically endangered by the IUCN. Tiger grouper, also common throughout the tropical West Atlantic and an important large reef predator, but they are listed as data deficient on the IUCN red list. We just know a lot less about this species compared to Nassau. Left is a video of a smaller, much smaller tiger grouper spawning site, but I really want to focus on the efforts placed in the Cayman Islands. Things like gear restrictions, catch limits, closed fishing seasons, etc., has led to one of the biggest fish conservation stories in the Caribbean. My study site on the west end of Little Cayman, and this is the fish spawning, and a team of divers will be out doing various things, but for my project specifically, a diver will be swimming around with a plankton tow and collecting as many embryos as possible. This is what they look like under a microscope, and then this is what they look like to the naked eye. At this point, I'm counting a set weight of embryos to get a weight ratio for one single egg pellet. And that gives us the caloric content of a pellet. And this was done for 2 nights of Nassau grouper spawning in 2023 and 1 night of tiger grouper spawning in 2023. Nassau grouper spawning, and the blue is showing tiger grouper spawning. So overall, energy is very important. A healthy aggregation can be contributors of up to 18 million kilojoules to an ecosystem. That could be a human for 6 years, which is really crazy. Energy dynamics can change with changing size of FFAs, but also length of fish. Allocation of energy can vary depending on spawning night, but also depending on species. So there's not a one-size-fits-all answer. You have to look at various things. And in future work, I would like to incorporate some of the 2024 data we.
Thank you, Janelle. I find the energy transfer story in spawning aggregations fascinating about if spawning aggregations are reduced, it doesn't only affect that species, it can affect a whole range of other species and ecosystem functions. It's fascinating. We have time for a couple of questions.
And I've already got the right part. That was really nice to know. So do you know if the same...
I am back at the Airbnb. Conference went really well. Presentation went well. I was definitely nervous at some parts. I can promise you I was very nervous in certain parts, but then I ended up. Where's the good lighting? Okay. Oh, before I actually went up, I had met someone that I had met. I guess I re-met someone that I had met at last year's meeting. And I completely forgot that we had met, but I'm so happy that she came up to me because I honestly never would have said anything because I didn't think I knew her. But apparently we were actually on the same flight to get from St. Martin to here, except she came from a different country to St. Martin to get to here. So yeah, anyway, that was really cool. I met up with her and I plan to grab lunch with her sometime this week as well. Also during the coffee break, I met with another person that he got his PhD at Oregon State University in the same department I'm getting my degrees at, which was really cool. He graduated like right when I came to the university, so we had never actually met in person. He was really cool to meet as well, and we're gonna go ahead and grab lunch at some point because we have to talk about the trauma of living in Oregon. And then then I went up and presented. I was nervous as heck. Honestly, on the app, it said only like 20 people were going to be attending the session. So I was like, oh, bet, like I can talk to 20 people. But actually, the room was filled. It was not 20 people. If I have pictures, I'll show you what the room actually looked like. It was packed. And when I came to sit down, one of the students here, he actually goes to the university here in Guadeloupe. He's getting his master's, and he's like, oh, do you post on TikTok? I was like, yeah. And this is like kind of like while the session is still happening, so we didn't actually have like deep conversation.
Over to you.
Okay, hi, Elizabeth Gaddison. I'm from the University of Virgin Islands in St. Thomas, GCFI. Today I'm going to talk
Because like people were presenting, but he was like, yeah, I follow you on TikTok, and I was like, oh my gosh, hey, nice to meet you. So we had great conversation. After the session ended, we exchanged contact info, and I'm really happy to see like he basically said, and we're also gonna grab lunch at some point in this meeting, but he basically said like, you know, seeing my profile has really helped him and encouraged him to stay in the field and go to school for this, etc. And I am just so ecstatic and happy when I hear that, because that's the whole point of the page. That's the whole point of what I do. I love the environment. I have so much passion for the ocean, etc. But like encouraging others to find that same passion, or that do have that same passion, and encourage them to pursue it is like the best feeling in the world for me. So I'm so happy I got to meet him. Yeah, I'm just spiraling now. But yeah, that was that. Now I'm back at the Airbnb because your girl is broke at this point. She's been traveling a lot and cannot really afford to keep going out for lunch anymore. I went to the store yesterday and bought just like some snacks and stuff. I got this little frozen pizza here that we're about to eat. Ignore the junk, please. Yeah, we're about to eat this little frozen pizza for lunch, and I have a meeting in literally like 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes with one of my clients for content creation stuff. So I'm actually about to just slide this pizza over here at this little table setup we have. Does it work? Yeah, this little table setup we have. Yeah, do some work in that sense, and then I have some other work I wanted to get done while I'm back here before the poster session, which is at 7 o'clock tonight, I believe. 6 or 7. Oh no, there's a membership meeting which I was interested in attending at 4 o'clock. Then there's the poster session at 7. Then I have another meeting that's on West Coast time, so it's at 10 p.m. here. It would normally be at 6 p.m., but I'm gonna hop onto that at 10 o'clock. Yeah, and here's my cute view for my Airbnb. I love the view of this place. Today is tour day. We are being a tourist today. Still going to the meeting, but later in the evening. I think tonight is the film festival, or there's some evening social event that I did want to partake in. But most of the sessions today are interesting for sure. They don't necessarily apply to my specific research. That's a lie. Some of those sessions could definitely apply, but it's been a long past 2 days I deserve a break. We're taking a break this morning and afternoon and hopping back into it tomorrow. Also, to be fair, today is a day that field trips are scheduled for the conference, but unlike last year, there are no actual field trips created through the conference. It's more so on your own to explore. So that is like the entire afternoon, honestly. I think from lunch to 6 p.m., it's just free time. So this was the perfect day to actually take advantage of doing a tour on my own. I'll just end up missing the morning sessions because all the tours were like starting at 7:30 or earlier. I'm running to the hotel to catch a taxi, which there's a long story behind that, but I'll explain that in another video. Yes, yes. Okay. I'm gonna try a little bit more. Oh, okay. Maybe that might be too hard.
Oh, my English is not very good.
No, it's okay. Much better.
Sometimes you have to guess what I say.
It's okay. Much better than my French. Okay, so the tour just ended. It was really good. Went to a couple different snorkel spots, went paddleboarding for a little bit, but it wasn't real paddleboarding. I was literally sitting on it the whole time, treating it more like a kayak type of experience. But it was fun. Okay, another thing about this place, I don't know if I ever pointed out, was the chickens. They are always around. They just walked by the door and I was like, oh, I need to get them. Now they're running away. They might come back. I told you I'm not crazy. These chickens be out here in these open streets. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know really what I was doing with the rest of this vlog. I feel like I just stopped regularly vlogging after this field trip day, so everything else is very random clips throughout the rest of the week. I did take some time to just enjoy being in Guadeloupe, got to use some new cameras and film some content, which was really great. I also spent another full day in the conference going to various different sessions and heard some phenomenal talks, which was really exciting. Finally got lunch with the people I mentioned before. It worked out where we could all kind of get lunch together, so it was a beautiful moment where I got to learn more about GCFI. A lot of those people were also GCFI board members, so I got to learn more about the behind the scenes of the organization as well. And then the closeout of the week was the awards ceremony, I guess is what you call it, or the closing ceremony, which is where they also happen to present awards. And thankfully, I won one of the awards, which allows me to travel to the next GCFI meeting in 2025, which I'm really excited about. I can't wait to find out where it is. My first year, it was the Bahamas. This year was Guadeloupe, so I can't wait to see what they do next time. So happy I got that award, and yeah, just really can't wait to come back. Another interesting thing about Guadeloupe is that there are definitely cats all over the place. I always had a cat near my Airbnb, which was hilarious. Overall, great trip, great conference. Highly recommend for anyone doing research in the Caribbean or the Gulf, specifically in fisheries, or even if you're just a fisherman in this area and want to learn more about what else is going on, this is the perfect meeting to attend.